Welcome back to episode 2 of the GladChadPodcast. Before we get in tonight, just a couple quick things. Had a big incident over the weekend. Went home for the weekend, came back, and on Sunday I found out that my laptop had crashed. And so I've lost a bunch of stuff, trying to recreate it, trying to pull things back. So we're going to be a little bit meh for a little while. But anyway, we just want to kind of like get together and keep doing, these videos because we really like the format here. And so you got, GladChad, we got Lundy, Ducky. This is going to be our main lineup on the podcast. We are thinking about in the future, like once we get going and get like a decent subscriber base or whatever, we're going to like have some possible other people on as like guests and stuff. But for now, it's going to be us. Exactly. Yo quiero Taco Bell. But we're going to do this. So definitely a lot going on, but a couple things we really want to focus on tonight. Obviously there's some stuff happening and we're going to jump into it. I think for tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about, some plans for this year, talk a little bit about where we are gaming wise, kind of what we're looking at, and then, throw some stuff out there. And, as always, if you like what you're seeing, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button, throw some comments in there. If you agree, disagree, whatever, give us some feedback on what you think, what you like. But as far as that goes, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. This year is 26. Got a lot of stuff going, obviously, towards the end of the year. For those of you that play World of Warcraft, like BlizzCon coming, and we will get to that later. But before we get there, we have something, kind of huge coming, and I don't want to like pre-jump or like take the thunder away. So I'm going to kick it to Lundy and Ducky to kind of talk about travel plans this year, and then we're just going to go.
All right. Well, what's today? We're a week away from me and Ducky being on a plane to Japan for
less than 10 days, technically.
Well, no, we'll be on the plane on the way there in a week. Like, we leave in less than a week. Yeah. Well, I leave. My flight takes off Friday the 13th at like 6 in the morning.
No.
Spooky.
Friday. Oh. Oh, wrong theme song. Never mind.
And then I get to Ducky because I have a layover where Ducky's at.
Sweet.
And then I'll get to him at like 8:30 in the morning. And then me and him both take off at like 10 a.m. and we land 4:30 p.m. the next day.
Nice.
Not looking forward to the flight.
No, dude, I think it's 14 hours straight.
Can you take Benadryl on a plane?
Yeah. I think so. It's not prescription, so you can take them in your bag.
Well, Japan's weird Japan's weird about like they won't even let you bring like allergy medicine into the country.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So,
yeah, but if you just take what you're taking with you don't have to take any into the country.
Yeah, true. I'll just take it all before.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, hey guys,
you can probably get it at the airport. Just like the airport like kiosk on the plane, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Yeah. So Japan, like, I mean, obviously that's a big trip. Like I don't know how people really feel about like traveling. I know a bunch of people who like travel the world and stuff. Not something, I guess my extent of foray into going to other countries is like cruise ship living, which I don't really think that's other countries. I know it is, but it's not really because you're like in a tourist trap.
It's fake, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like, how did this Japan thing like happen? Why Japan? How'd this come about?
Well, it was like 4 years ago, I think, between 3 and 4 years ago. And I was at a dinner with Ducky and two of our friends from, where we played basketball. And I remember we were talking about like stuff we wanted to do, and I was like, hey, next year let's all go somewhere. Let's have like a huge trip. We'll spend like 2 weeks. And we threw out, where did we say, like Mexico was an option. We talked about like Canada, I think, but the one that really stuck was Japan. It's like a completely different like than anything we have here.
Yep.
Those two guys got busy, couldn't, kind of all fell through. And then, but me and Ducky kind of stuck with it. Like, hey, this is like we would bring up jokes like, oh, we do in Japan this year. Ha ha ha. Then last year I was like, yo, like, let's seriously.
They got serious. In. Yeah.
Yeah. We locked in quick. I was like, we gotta do this. Like, this is happening. We had another guy who was going to go with us. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Which sucks because that guy was like supposed to plan everything.
Yeah.
Like he was like, he wanted to plan everything and he's good at planning stuff. And then that fell through the day we bought our tickets, like our flight tickets.
Wow.
So yeah. That's tough.
Be very last minute.
Quite possibly the last minute to drop out. But yeah, I mean, we're going for 10 days. We're doing, I think it's 3 days Tokyo, 2 days Kyoto, 2 days Osaka, and then 3 days in Tokyo again. I think.
So like when you get there, like I think I've heard you talking about like where you're going to stay a little bit. Like talk about that a little bit. 'Cause I think that's kind of cool what you're doing.
So the only like cool place I think we got is our first 3 days.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's in Nakano City, I think it's called. It's like right outside Shinjuku, which is like the place you want to stay when you go to Tokyo, because like right on the outskirt. But for our other 3 stay spots, we just got hotels, but this place is like an Airbnb. It's like an actual like somebody's house. It's their crib. So it's cool. It's like a traditional kind of feel.
And that's going to be slick. I mean, away from the city, is it like a suburb? Is it like far away? Like what's the deal?
It's kind of suburby. It's 5 minutes from like a popular temple, and I think it's a 5 to 10 minute walk from the train station.
Okay.
Which is like ideal. It's where you want to be.
So to let you get out of the city, let you get away from the touristy areas and more into like how the locals, natives, however you want to think about it, actually live and eat and work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, man. Like that's super slick. I think that'll be a ton of fun on that one. So what's the major draw to the different areas that you're going? Like, what do you...
I mean, for this trip, no spoilers, but we are planning more potentially in the future. This one, I mean, we're doing the very basic, very standard tourist. Like when you hear people like, "Oh, I'm going to Japan. Where are you going?" It's always Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka. We knew that going into it, that we're doing the touristy stuff.
Okay.
But since we only have 3 spots and we're in Tokyo itself for like 6 days, I think we're going to take some train rides to like, some other little smaller areas and try to take some days out of like Metro Tokyo.
Sup, Mom? So you're going to be able to take the train out to check out some non-touristy stuff. What's the major stuff that you guys have like looked at that you want to go see, that you're most excited on?
Thank you first.
Yep.
I just want to see the shrines.
Anyone in particular or just all of them?
Weren't there 2? There was the one by where we're staying, and then there was another one we talked about like a couple months ago. That was kind of further away.
I think that one was in Kyoto, if I remember right.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-minute walk or something. Yeah, it was the shrine. It was right outside a castle.
Yeah.
It was lit.
So what is a shrine? Ducky, like what when you say shrine, like what is?
It's like a. Okay, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Lena, do you remember the name of it?
No.
I mean, I guess I should know that, but I really don't. And so it's something you're excited about. I'm just curious. That's all.
I wish I remember the name of it.
I know I don't know. That's why we've got Google.
It starts with an A. I know that. Oh,
I'm not sponsored.
It's called Sensoji. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, bad. Come back. Yeah, it's called Sensoji. I don't know.
But they're basically like a sacred place for like their like native religion, I guess.
So it's like a religious thing.
Yeah.
Place of worship.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's cool. I'm imagining like the structure of them must be something pretty cool, since it's. I think I heard you say you want to take pictures of all of them.
Yeah, I think that looks sick.
It'll be probably way better in person. That's been kind of a general experience.
Oh yeah. So that can you see what he linked? Look in the general chat.
Yeah,
Is that? Oh no, that's in Kyoto. I don't know which one that is.
Okay, yeah. I've seen.
Okay.
No. I've seen pictures of that. Yeah, I'll throw it in.
Yeah.
I'll throw it in.
So that giant red like structure, that's called a Torii Gate.
Oh,
those are sick. Those are sick.
Now it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. No, that's like okay, I'm with you. And then that building behind it would be the shrine.
That's like the temple.
Yeah, that's the temple.
Yes,
Okay.
they go in, they like, bow, they pray for whatever they want or something.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, that definitely makes sense.
I just think stuff like that is fascinating.
I agree entirely.
Same. So have you like done the preparation that you need prior to going, both, or no? Start with you, Ducky. What kind of preparation have you done for this massive trip out of the country?
Less than I probably should have.
Okay, so you're going to wing it. Okay, I'm with you.
I got a Suica card so I could transfer or convert, USD to yen.
Okay. Probably important.
Passport. Yep. Very.
Passport.
Very important.
Okay.
I think I'm doing the customs like stuff. I think I'm going to do that this weekend. That way when I get to the airport, it's pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's already done, so.
What about for like cell phones, internet, and stuff like that? Obviously closed, yeah.
You're supposed to do that on the at the airport before you leave.
Okay.
It's like when I get there, I'll meet up with him and we'll do it together.
So what's the conversion rate like? I mean, is it favorable, unfavorable, expensive?
It's really
trip-ish?
favorable for USD.
Okay.
I saw somewhere it's cheaper to fly to Japan and go to like Universal or Disney and fly home for like 3 days or whatever than it is to actually go to like Florida or whatever.
Oh, I can totally believe
Like it's
that.
cheaper.
That place is ridiculously expensive. No, I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be a lot of... What preparation have you done, Lundy, like as far as getting ready for this kind of... This is a major event in my opinion, so...
Yeah, I've done a little bit more than Ducky, considering I'm the one that's like I, this was my idea. I planned it. like when I asked Dickie what he wanted to do, he was like, I don't care. I'll do whatever you want. I just want to go to a shrine. I was like, all right. So
That's awesome.
I found the Airbnbs and like hotels where we're staying. We coordinated our flights together. So like, I think we mentioned it. I fly down, we'll meet up and go over together. What else did I do? Like finding like stuff to do, because we're gonna be there for 10 days. Like a shrine is like 2 hours. It's like even if we do like a shrine a day, which is a lot, that's like how many other hours of stuff are not, we don't have planned.
Yeah.
So like thinking of like ideas and places to go and stuff, a lot of that mainly.
Okay. So like you're going to another country. Like, is communication going to be an issue, or how's that going to work?
Yep. That's going to suck. But
definitely going to be an issue. Yes.
Because neither of us speak Japanese like at all, which is rough.
Well, you better learn at least hello. Go ahead.
Yeah,
there's like can you do it iPhones? It's with iPhones, right? It like translate it in real time.
Yeah, I think that's with. It depends on what iOS you update it to, I think. Because when I got my new phone, I found it's like a translate app. You look like right here.
Yeah, I was telling you guys about that. I think that the guy I know from work did that in Mexico. Yeah. Like he was down there for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And
so you can speak into it. So if you're trying to talk to somebody, so like, okay.
Hola.
Wait, is this kind of stuck? So like, okay, I said it from English to Japanese. So I'm like,
okay,
yo, what's up? Hold on. It's loading.
Maybe not real time.
It said, hold on, it's loading. But it translates it to Japanese so they can read it. So if you're trying to say something, you're like, where the bathroom at? They can read it and be like,
okay.
Oh.
No, that's awesome. I would say
you don't pee your pants before it loads.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't wait that long to try to translate it.
Yeah. I would get myself a self-help book that'd be like, what do the pictures on the men's bathroom look like in Japan?
Yeah.
Because I ain't trying to have an accident in a foreign country. I don't know how that would go over. It could be considered offensive. Probably. Get back on the plane.
Cracker.
No, that's kind of cool. I think that'll be a good thing. So overall, the purpose of going, just go have a good time, meet people. Anything else fun? Big plans?
Yeah. I think this guy mentioned a certain type of cafe he wants to go to.
I know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not that I want to go to, that I'm taking you to.
Oh, okay.
We got to experience this together.
This right here is what we call I want to go, therefore it's your fault I'm going. So what kind of cafe is it?
Maid cafe.
It's a maid cafe.
I'm afraid to ask.
Do we need to elaborate on maid cafe, or can we just?
Are we allowed to talk about it on the podcast? Like, is it something we can talk about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not like, okay, I'm with you now. Okay.
No,
so
it's not like TOS. They're not like stripping naked or whatever.
Ah, okay. Maid cafe. That sounds fun. Interesting, at least.
Yeah.
So the light of your light, 14 hours in a plane, first stop, Maid cafe.
Maid cafe,
yeah.
Yeah.
What else? No. So the problem is there's a slight delay from when me and Ducky land versus when we can check in. That's like an hour-ish, I think, from like when we're supposed to arrive at where we're at. I'm including like transit from airport to where we're going. We have like an hour to spare. I do want to hit some ramen joints. Like,
I love that.
That'd be fun.
Like, we might be eating ramen every day. Like, there's a strong possibility of this.
I'm okay with it.
I think that could be a good idea. Ramen, restaurants. I don't know. Do they do restaurants? I have watched some.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if it was Japan or not, but I was watching something on Discovery a long time ago, and they had like these little pop-up street vendor type places.
Yeah, like they're called
work,
stalls.
Yeah. And they would have like the like tarps, and they got like a little cook thing going on, and they're serving drinks.
That's
and
cool.
Yeah, it was, and they have like little tents all the way around. You got to pull like the tent open to go in, and these dudes are just sitting in there, just like, I mean, dudes cooking food, serving food. People are just like chilling. But it was like, it must have been cold though, because they had it like all the way around. It was kind of, he like pulls this little cart out of like a garage, pulls it down right along the street, and just puts this thing up. Like, it was pretty wild. That would be cool if you guys could go do that.
Oh, we will be. There's I have to remember what part of Tokyo it's in. I want to say it's Asakusa. There's like several streets long where there's like stalls and vendors and like izakayas and stuff on both sides. Like,
that may have been what I was watching. I can't remember. It's been a while. That sounds like fun, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that really sounds like a good time. Like, good food, lots of different kind of food. Obviously, that's where the Wagyu beef originated from. And to be brutally honest, I've eaten at a lot of steakhouses in my life, and hands down, the best steakhouse I have ever eaten at was in Vegas, and they served Wagyu beef there, and it was absolutely just ridiculous. Best meal ever.
I've never had Wagyu beef, so.
Oh my goodness.
I've had
like
Wagyu.
insane.
I don't think it was A5.
Yeah, this is A5. There's a place, it's all you can eat Wagyu beef.
Oh.
I don't know where
you guys are
going
to come back just a touch heavier.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's worth it.
Yeah.
So what else are you going to do while you're over there? I mean, you got tons of food, some cool places.
There is, I'm going to pull up the sheet of stuff that we had. We're doing Universal one day. I know that for sure.
Oh, that should be.
It's
that should
Universal
be fun.
in Osaka, which is like pretty popular for like even Universal standards.
Okay.
So in Tokyo, there's a couple like there's different parts of the city that are famous for different things.
Okay.
So like, what's this place called? There's a place called Akihabara, which is like a huge like anime, manga, like nerd, shopping district.
Shopping.
I mean, yeah.
Sci-fi nerd.
Yeah. That's on the agenda for sure.
Yeah. Are we going to be able to like? Yeah, you are. Yeah, for sure. What are the odds we can podcast while you're there? Is that like a not happening? I mean, you're not going to have a computer, so that would probably
that would happen.
Yeah, I'd have to like call you on my phone
and then just record that. Yeah, we'll try.
It'll just be like me and Ducky just sitting next to each other on our little Tommy mats.
Or there might be another way to do it. I need to think it through. They actually, sure. And I know I was telling you guys about this. I don't mean to rehash, but there's a entry level vlogging Sony camera, or you can just record on. I don't want you to record on your phone though, because you don't have that much memory, and recording like burns memory hardcore. I'm just trying to think of how we can pull it off. We'll figure something out. I need to. Yeah, record some stuff so that we can like. You
just mean vlogging?
Yeah, both.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying record stuff while we're there. Yeah, and then we can play it in the. Yeah, okay. I mean, so me and Ducky, if Ducky, I know Ducky mentioned getting a camera. If he does that, that's different. But me and Ducky we'll be recording separately. So think of like 2 phones worth of memory. Shout out. I think it's Kevin Gates.
No, that would definitely work. I mean, we could.
Yeah, 2 phones. Yeah, it's Kevin Gates.
It's Kevin Gates. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I just didn't.
Not sure who that is, but okay, probably don't want to know. Probably one of those things. But no, we'll figure something out. I need to look and see how much those. I'll do that later, and I'll let you know what those cameras are kind of going for, and see if it's in the range. Then you would just have to get you don't really need any kind of special lens for it or anything like that. They just use what Sony has is they've got some smaller sensor cameras and then the full frame cameras. Mine's a full frame, and then they have the smaller ones that are a lot cheaper. They just don't do as good in low light situations, which isn't an issue for me here. Wouldn't be an issue for you there. And then you just got to get a bigger SD card so that you can do some quick snap video on. And it's a much better quality video than what a standard. I mean, the iPhone records really good, but it's a lot of vloggers use it. And I was looking, I almost bought one of those instead of the one I got, but I wanted to do something a little more professional. So I went for something a little bit better. Not top end, not bottom, probably middle of the road, I would guess. So I'll look at it and see what they're going for. I'll let you know. I'll get with you later. But
Sure.
Could be an option. If you're looking to spend money on a camera anyway. Go ahead.
I think nighttime, recording, I think does matter because we do plan on doing stuff
Oh yeah.
night.
Yeah. Me and Ducky, I didn't think of this idea. I saw it on TikTok, and then we convened about it. We're like, yeah, this has got to happen. So obviously we're going to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, super touristy areas. My goal, I want to befriend as many locals as possible and have them show us the places that they would go. Does that make sense? I don't want to just go to everybody goes New York or whatever, and they go to
and they do the generic tourist stuff.
Yeah. They're they go to Statue of Liberty, and then they go to Nobu, or I don't know what famous.
The people that live there, they're gonna show you some hole in the wall.
I want to go to Maloney's. You don't even know where the door is. You got to knock 3 times on the wall.
There's a couple places. I know a couple places like that. I'm with you. Still getting over this cold. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. You just got to make sure the people that you're going to be following around are reputable.
Does matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see you guys again.
Yeah, I don't want to get kidnapped and murdered. That would suck.
Yeah. But I mean, the idea of trying to meet people while you're there, I think is a great idea, especially given, that both of you are and have always been extremely extroverted and just, putting yourselves out there or the exact opposite of that. So I think this will be really good. Sorry, I'm full of sarcasm today. It was a Friday. But no, I think that's really good. I know that both of you have it in you. It's just maybe getting to another country and you're not necessarily, I'm here for 10 days and out. And so it's what can they say? No, get away. Who cares? Next.
Yeah, I think there's a lot less pressure on There's a lot less pressure on us, communicating with people, because it is a different place and a different country, and there is a language barrier. So if I accidentally do something dumb or something that offends them in some way, I can just turn around and they can just shout things at my back. I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
My bad.
Well, I think it's going to be very obvious that you're not local.
I mean, yeah, where me and Ducky are both 6'2", 6'3" white guys. We don't exactly blend in.
Not at all. Yes. Yeah. You will stick out. And I've also heard some of the other things that I've kind of heard about it. I don't know how true any of this is, but From everything I've heard, it tends to be a pretty respectful culture, like no eating on trains, no eating in other places. Everything's kind of kept to.
You can.
Yeah.
Talking on trains is bad.
Or just in general, it's like they tend to be, because wasn't it? I don't know if it was Japan. I think this dude went to Japan, but there was like a YouTuber or whatever went there and was like being obnoxious eating on the trains and all that other stuff. And I think he was told to get off the train or something like that. He wound up doing something really crazy in another country and I think got arrested. I don't remember which country it was. Yeah. Okay.
Guy that, maybe it's a different guy, because the one I'm thinking of didn't get arrested, but he like got seriously like reprimanded by like the locals and stuff. And then he posted to like TikTok or whatever and was just getting fried in the comments. Like they were not happy with him. Like American people were like, yo, you got to relax.
Well, you can't go disrespect someone's culture and expect it to go well. It's kind of like when in Rome, be Roman. It's the same thing. It's like, if you're going to come here, you should probably be respectful of the culture here.
Go to Maid Cafe.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing, right? It's like coming in here and
I don't know if it's a thing, but it's our thing.
Well, I mean, you are young dudes. So yeah. I mean, you can. Why not? Anything else you're excited to see? Anything else you're excited to do? I mean, you're going to meet a lot of people, catch some names, take a lot of pictures, I hope.
Yeah, I want to get a lot of pictures.
A lot of pictures.
Me and Ducky are going to try to juice our Instagram.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
This is going to be post of the year. I don't care. I might post once a year. This is post of the year.
I think you should just blow it up. I mean, get a lot of content, because I think we're going to put some. That's what I need to do later, is put those shirt orders in so that you guys can go over there and rep.
Yeah. Yeah. After this call, I want to discuss shirt idea stuff.
Well, after this, I'll just pull up the site. We'll see what all's there, let you guys look at it, and then I'll just go ahead and order it tonight, and hopefully it'll get in. Then we'll grab some shirts. I'll press them up. Then we can rep the GladChad podcast. I need to get a song. I need to get like a theme song for the podcast, man. That's what I need to do. I need to sit down and work on that. Figure that crap out. That'd be fun. So what else about Japan? Anything?
What I can think of off the dome.
I mean, if you do, we can always go back to it. After that, I know we were talking about some other trips. You got like a couple Houston trips this year for weddings and such. And then a possible trip to another foreign country. Need to check on that.
I don't know if he's, my concierge is gone radio silent.
I'll shoot him a message. I will shoot him a message.
One of my favorite people in the world sucks at texting back. He's awful.
Kimonos. That's one thing we have to do.
I forgot. Yeah, we will be fitted down. Yeah, it's over.
What's a kimono?
I have to get a picture. The proper description.
I will definitely have to get a picture of a kimono to add in to the podcast, because I've heard the word. I think I know it's attire. I'm just not sure what it looks like.
Like here's a white dude in a kimono.
It's like robes or garment. Okay, that's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is he carrying a purse?
Handbag.
Yep, that is a purse.
Manly handbag. Like, I'm thinking about getting a fanny pack. Crossbody fanny. Thoughts?
Hey, especially if we're getting, batteries for our phones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Might actually.
That might be the tech. I might do that.
Okay. Well, I will throw these pictures up because I think they're definitely interesting looking. I think I'm gonna go with the Torii Gate over the kimono though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just Google kimono. It's,
Well, I got a picture right here.
I want
Thanks
one
to
with a
you.
lot of designs on it though.
Hey, dude, we'll go get like styled and fitted. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that looks pretty legit. It's real simple. I like the design idea. Get you some dragons or something on there.
Yeah.
Come back with a dragon and a Tonto blade or some kind. That's the thing you need to look for me. If they have like a legit handmade knife or whatever, I may wire you some money to bring that bad boy home.
sure. Yeah, sure.
Because I've watched a whole lot of stuff about them. The
Let me
local
write that
knife
down.
works. Yeah, they're the ones I was watching. Those dudes are like backed up for years, so you won't be able to get them. But it's like local
Yeah.
craftsmen that have really like taken it on and continued on the traditional way of forging knives by hand. It's just super cool.
Okay, I wrote it down. So yeah, but potential trip in, I think, April.
Yep.
So we got
BlizzCon, September. We got like 2 to 3 days in September for BlizzCon. I think, with Midnight coming out in March, they've already hit the pre-patch. There's been a lot of buzz. You can read that either way. It's like when people start pushing an event like that, going to have an AWC there and all the other stuff, it's like it could be good or it could be just like a little bit death. I'm going either way. I don't really care. I'm going to go. We're going to record. We're going to do some fun stuff out there. And if the convention's awful, we're in California. Who cares? We'll go get some good food, have some fun. The beach ain't that far. So
sure.
it'll be fun. Plus, all three of us potentially are going. So I think it'll be a really good opportunity to do some in-person, like instead of like internet podcasty stuff, we can do just some straight up sitting on the couch, eating chicken, having a podcast. That'd be a fun podcast. A hot chicken eating podcast.
Mukbang.
Oh, GladChad mukbang. Come on. I actually got a request for that. I'm not gonna lie.
What's that mean?
Mukbang?
Never heard of it. I'm old. Gotta cut me some slack.
Basically,
It
what
probably
you do,
doesn't sound good if you've never heard of it.
yeah.
It really doesn't.
Basically, what you do. So people have like McDonald's mukbangs or whatever, and they'll go and they'll get like a whole bunch of food and like sample everything. You know what I mean?
Ugh. That sounds
so you
fun.
just try a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was pretty popular a couple years ago. I don't know if it still is.
think
I
some
got this
people do
restaurant. I got this restaurant where I go work sometimes. Banging hot chicken. Like, do y'all like spicy food or no?
Yeah.
Do you like hot food?
Yeah. Hot
Yes.
foods and like
Oh, like
Hot, like
temperature?
spicy hot. No. Spicy
yeah.
hot.
Oh, yeah.
this Becky guy's a spicy freak. This dude like munches hot
You-
fries. Dude.
You have to come eat this hot chicken with me, bro. I'm telling you, it is going to be worth the flight.
What is it?
I'd
What's
bring
it
it to
called?
you. It's called Hot Boys Chicken. That
Hot
place, that's what it's called. I mean, and when we go in there, they change the name to Hot Men. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
How did we get here?
I mean, if you don't feel good about yourself, who else is going to, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Hot men eating hot boys.
What's up?
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry.
I'll pass on that one.
Okay. Okay.
May need some
Thanks.
magical editing on that.
No, leave it in. Leave it in.
All right.
Good Lord.
That gives me a good idea. So what I think we should do is, obviously that was a Freudian slip or a mental faux pas. So what we should do is, if you're watching this, you know where I'm going. Just bear with me. Put your mental slip in the comments, and we'll discuss them on a future podcast and see who has the worst mental misstep where they said something they didn't mean that was terrible. Put it in the comments. We'll evaluate them, and we'll go from there. And if we don't get any stuff in the comments, I guess we'll just have to make some stuff up. So put some stuff in the comments.
That happens pretty easily for me. So.
Oh, it happens to me all the time. Foot in mouth. Happens all the time. So lots of trips, lots of fun. Thing. I mean, yeah, not as bad as what you said, but it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I guess there are levels. Yeah. Yeah.
So trips, got them all planned out. Got some future trips coming up in 27. I know we're still kind of evaluating kind of where the arena situation sits. I'm looking through a couple different classes there. We talked about some possible 3s in the past.
I have some news, but go ahead, finish first.
Oh, no. You jump in. I was just going to talk about our possible 3 stuff, but you are the arena master.
I do want to do 3s. Let me tell you guys a little story. I was healing 2s with my guild leader last night, and we got to 22. I'll screenshot it. 2298 MMR, 2 points off of 2300 on my alts because I don't heal ever. If we're talking about the state of the game in pre-patch right now, I want to murder in-game every subtlety rogue player in the world. It is the most broken class. I think I have in game. I think I have like a 30% win rate, and I only see them on my rank up game to where I'd hit 2300. That's the only time I queue into them. And they're so rogues right now. If you're familiar with like WoW arena stuff, one of the most popular choose comps is rogue mage, because the rogue has a lot of CC setup and the mage has a lot of damage, right? And they're just both bursty. Right now, it's all rogues and healers because they're so overtuned right now that they have their kit for the CC, interrupts. Like they have the pressure, but they just have random spike damage that 85 to zeros you in 2 globals.
Ugh.
Like I think it could just be like an armor thing, because Blizzard's weird when you get into like pre-patch, post-patch, and with the level squish, or not level squish, the gear squish. That's possible, but it just sucks. It really sucks a lot, and they're so durable too. Like it's brutal. Rogues are brutal right now.
So what will we play in 3s? Because I've never played a rogue. I mean, I played the warrior, but you know that, and I'm okay-ish.
So, this is why I'm not that worried. I'm just really frustrated right now trying to hit 2300 on my alt in 2s. Everything everybody was saying about the midnight beta, where the tier sets are involved, the gear kind of makes more sense. Rogues are at best A tier.
I saw that subtlety.
Subs like at best an A tier. So
yep.
I think it could just be like a pre-patch. They're just really tuned. I'm choosing to believe that.
That's kind of what I was saying too.
Yeah. For next expansion, I'll talk to Ducky about it. I want to do some like leveling streams. Leveling some alts, because dude, I have like 8 characters at least I have to get to max level before the season starts. Max level, max honor before the season starts.
When does season start? Because like midnight hits March 3rd-ish.
So midnight drops March second.
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Second or third, but I bought
I don't know.
the pre-release, so I think I can play it early. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't remember. And then the season usually starts 1 to 2 weeks after to let everybody get up to cap level, get a little bit of,
honor gear or something.
So like mid-March, I think is when the season officially comes out. In terms of what we're playing, we have a couple options. We've seen GladChad on the Warrior. I think that sticks.
Okay.
I think we keep you on the Warrior. I'll heal. And we can throw Ducky on a DK because DK is OP and that's one of Ducky's favorite classes, I think. Honestly, Ducky can really play whatever as long as it's not another Warrior because Lumberjack sucks. So that's really up to Ducky. Like, I know Ducky has a ret. I know he has a DK. He was leveling a Shaman, was leveling a Evoker.
I might play an Evoker.
Evoker Warrior is really good. And honestly, I think Evoker's, like, DK is better. I think Evoker's easier than DK in terms of just pure damage. You press one button, you press Disintegrate, and you top charts. Like, Evoker, if you care about, like, damage numbers, it's very fulfilling. Like, you're always top of the meter. You feel like you're doing a ton of damage. It's pretty fun. It has a fun kit. I think that's definitely a front runner. We can level that.
I do also enjoy playing DK though.
We can have multiple comps, so we don't have to lock into TSG.
Dude, I'm down for whatever. I mean, I think it'll be really fun. We'll just have to decide because, like, honestly, if this group right here plays threes, that could be like grind videos. You know what I mean? Like, in addition to the twos, or we'll have to decide, are we going to keep that twos or do we want to go like, I'm good either way. Cause honestly, that would be part of the grind for me. I just didn't want to put like, if we're trying to grind to get better, I think it goes there. Like, but just goofing off and going and pulling dumb stunts in like arenas like I do sometimes, those go in the random nonsense shenanigan playlist. Okay, so I think we're aligned there then. I think that'll work. Does that sound... I guess we could vote on it at some point as members of the board.
Yeah, members of GladChad. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty much locked into Disc Priest. Okay. I have to level 2 or 3 more Disc Priests, I think.
We'll see. No, that'll be fun. So we got that going on. That's going to be pretty slick. And then the other thing that's really kind of on the main, the other main channel that we started with is the Minecraft. And I don't know if I told you guys this, but you heard me talk about the computer crashing, right?
Yep.
So I reloaded Minecraft and I was going to jump in playing last night, kind of try to get another video going. Cause during that crash, I did lose one of the episodes that I recorded where I had made some, I thought was decent progress. Yeah, it sucked. And
sucks.
Lost the video footage when my computer crashed because it did a really dumb thing. It's like I was going through the cycle, trying to get it to reboot, go through the whole thing, the BIOS, the whole deal or whatever. And when it finally came back up, I had 2 separate versions of Windows installed and none of my data that I backed up was there. So no idea what happened to it. I do know that, when I finally got it apart, the battery was unplugged. So that was an interesting dilemma. Got that fixed. It's been a lot of fun. But anyway, lost the footage for Minecraft. And so I downloaded the launcher. I'm like, man, I'm going to jump in. Got everything rigged up. Then it had to do like a 1.5 gig download for the game. And I was like, ugh. And so then this is hilarious. So what I always do with Minecraft so that everybody knows I'm not like skipping ahead and stuff. But now that I've lost that video, it just freaking sucks. But I always start recording before I go into the game. So I start recording and then I hit play and then I select my world. So I'm talking about it. I'm like, hey, blah, blah, blah. This is whatever. And I'm like,
I know what's coming.
I'm going to explain it. So I hit play. My world was gone.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, and so it was, new seed, new world, and I won't give away too much, but there were probably some pretty original deaths in that.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh, yeah. There was some oldies but goodies that came back for round 2 and 3, and then there was another fairly original one that I was not expecting at all. Yeah. So I think in this one I'm trying some new tactics because I got to try something different, because what I've been doing, just trying to cycle up, is not having as much luck in this next world as I was doing in the other one. So I've got to try something a little bit different. I did dig a hole big enough to where it spawned zombies. That was pretty wild. Not a big fan of that at all. Well, it was weird. I dug a tunnel and I have like this ledge stuck out. And so the zombie spawned on the ledge and couldn't get down.
Nice.
Anyway. So yeah, I've got that video set to go live. Well, honestly, by the time this goes up, that video will be live. It's going to be tomorrow. So it's an interesting one, but what's messed up is I don't have all of my stuff back the way I need to. So the editing quality on that video is not what I want. But I went back through today and got some of my Photoshop stuff back and that other. So I'm still missing some of the pictures that I had, but honestly, those weren't anything that was super critical to what we were doing. It's just the other. I lost all of I had learned a lot of stuff in Adobe Premiere, so it saves it, right? And I had saved the video files that I made, but for some reason I never backed up the structure file in Premiere that does all the special effects and everything else. So now I'm having to go back and recreate all that. Yeah, that was a very costly mishap. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of, as far as video go, that's where we are. And I know we're still talking about putting some other stuff out there. I guess another thing in the comments, like if you've heard us talking about any of the games, I know we mentioned Sea of Thieves in the last podcast and some other stuff. If you have other games that you've not heard us talk about that you think we should try out, throw them in the comments. Cause it's going to be fun. I think, honestly, the WoW is going to be fun. The Minecraft crap, I just enjoy it. It's kind of mindless wandering around doing stupid stuff and hoping you don't die.
I think it's awesome.
I actually I'm liking it. I suck at it, but I really do like it. I really do like it a lot. I'm starting to figure some stuff out, I think, but I doubt it. So, well, what else do we got, guys? I know we're, occupying a lot of your evening, but the
other thing, like for Minecraft, me and Decky are coming up with a checklist of things that you have to complete before we step in and assist. Like not carry you through it, but like there's parts of the game that you're going to need some explanations for.
Kind of figured that. Just figuring it out on your own, like, man, I'm sure there's stuff like, I don't even want to think what it would be like to be either of you and watch me play. Like that has to be just painful. Watching me run past stuff I need, do dumb stuff that I shouldn't do. I'd probably kick myself.
I mean, the first episode was rough, watching you punch stone with your fist for 20 minutes. That was a tough one. Like there's some little stuff that like we don't really think about. Like, I mean, like whenever I make a Minecraft world, I mean, my journey is pretty linear. But you don't have the linearity yet because you don't know the
steps.
Yeah, like there's
spawn in, do this. I could go here to like, make it a little bit quicker. I could go other places, get some cool stuff.
I spawn in, run from everything.
Yeah.
Punch a tree.
You did get a sucky spawn. on that
Yeah.
world. Cliffside spawns suck.
I had
Not
no
ideal.
idea. It was my first one, and I would say it was challenging. Like, but I kept finding like iron, so that was kind of cool. Like, I found iron. That's cool. But also found.
I was so excited when you found that.
Dude,
I was so happy for you.
Gosh, I was stoked. And what sucks on this other one, I ain't found a lick of iron yet. Like, I was digging down looking for iron. I found copper. Like, I found like 5 or 6 things of copper deal or whatever. I'm like, okay, no iron. Like, I'm like digging out big holes and digging around. I've done wore out like 3 pickaxes. No iron. Bunch of coal.
I don't think that would be allowed, actually.
Nah, I'm just going to keep playing around, having fun with it. It's, obviously I know there has to be a trick out there that I just ain't put 2 and 2 together on yet. My goal for the next time I play, and I know this is going to sound really dumb, I'm going to go try to chase down like a couple more sheep so I can get wool so I can make a bed, because I want to like put a bed down and then like see what that does. Because if I can sleep through the night, which is kind of one of the comments I read, and not run from like the archers, the poisonous dudes, the on fire zombie dudes, and all the other crappy things that try to kill me, I think that would be much, much better.Maybe.
Yeah, and that's a good idea.
That's my plan.
Yeah,
and then
because right now you're spending half your playtime at night, right? So
yeah, running from stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you see his little hands. He's like, you
should see his legs when he runs.
It makes me laugh. Oh. What else you guys got?
I think of what other games we could see. I mean, I would love to do like a Lethal Company or like a repo session at some point. Dude, that's got to be tech.
I think that would scare you.
I think you would love it. I think you need to get scared a little bit. You haven't experienced true gaming until you've like almost wet yourself at least twice.
I'll play any game. I don't care. It's just, except for that one that you guys mentioned in the first podcast, I am not playing that.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing that.
We'll keep you off DDLC.
I made that determination.
Shout out Sayori. It just can't happen, dude. It just cannot. Flashbang of Doom. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other like. I think Repo would be funnier than Lethal Company, like in a more humorous aspect. But I think Lethal Company would maybe be better because it's a little scarier. Like nothing's like horror.
Just jump scare type stuff.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I would consider it.
What?
Horror.
You would consider Lethal Company horror? It's not like gore, like you're not seeing people's like arms get ripped off, but it's like more of like a psychological terror.
Oh.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like spookier, like you're more on edge the whole time. So like a floor creaks or something and you're like, it freaks you out. It's just like stuff like that. But the main draw is proximity chat. Are you familiar with proximity chat?
Yep.
So like we'll mute our mics in Discord and we'll use our mics in game. So like it's distance based.
Okay, so we'll definitely have to try that out. I mean, if you guys have any other ideas, just put the comments in the chat. We'll read through them and kind of evaluate them and see what makes sense. Definitely hit a like, subscribe, all that great stuff. As I was saying, I think, kind of for now, this is a lineup right here, man. This is our podcast panel. we'll kick some ideas around. I know we got a few folks that we would like to bring on as guests for some different things and some different ideas. But we do definitely have a pretty good set of, ideas of stuff that we kind of want to go through. So I'm super excited about that. Honestly, these are a ton of fun and it's just really easy. Well, easy is the wrong word, but the conversation is really easy because we've known each other for so long. And so it just super easy to me. So really like it. But I guess we'll just go ahead and call it right there. That's all right with y'all. And,
that's good for me. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all watching. Just keep putting the word out, letting people know. We're going to try to get some subscribers and just keep it going. But anyway, at the end of episode 2, and we will definitely see you on the next one. Thank you much.